Welcome to the channel. Most people like to go to the airport to travel, but if you love your fish tank more than many things, you're not one of those. Most of you might know O'Hare International Airport in Chicago, but instead of busy runways, we are going to be going right here, the center of cargo section. As we enter into the fish store, you'll be welcomed by all the fish that have recently been on flights coming from all over the world. With fish of many different colors, you'll be stunned to see the variety and some inexpensive fish. With the bear crates from Cade, or even the massive saltwater tank with leftover wood from shipping pallets, your eyes will not stop wandering. Here they have two setups at the front, one being saltwater, the other being freshwater. The freshwater tank has fake vegetation, as this store is mainly catering to the saltwater hobbyist. As of recently, they have downsized, and this is now half of what they used to carry. The method in which they house their livestock is very simple. With skimmers tucked into the side of the tanks and fish living happily. Not a lot of corals throughout the facility, as they mainly focus on fish and invertebrates. I would say about 50 to 60 or even 75% of the tanks will have this yellowish tinge to the water. At ORD, they do believe in copper dosing, so most of these systems do have copper in there, with their master hobbyist keeping a keen eye on the levels day to day. Whenever I get fish from here, they're always able to tell me exactly what the copper levels are, how long that fish has been in that copper treatment so that I can continue or take them off if the medicated period has already elapsed. Without a doubt, you could tell that they house all their fish in acrylic tank, as very evident with all those scratches. Very minimalistic, with even their sumps being those huge, I believe, 100-gallon containers below, as they're plumbed into each other per row. Here we're looking at the fish that have just exited the plane alongside with many people coming back from vacation, housed in their new copper treatment. As they settle in to a new environment, you may still purchase some of these fish. Throughout the years, I've never had any issue with them, even though they have just been on extremely long flights. Whenever I purchase from here, never had an issue, but take that with a grain of salt. I've been doing this for a while, and I'm very familiar with how to care for a fish. You might not have the same luck. One of the beauties when I come here to pick a new fish is that if they do have the fish that I am looking for, more likely they won't just have one, and I would have the ability to pick the one that I prefer based on size, aggression, and looks. Because even though the personality of the fish is important, the beauty is also very important. With many fish in their respective holding tanks, it's hard to go through and take a look. But every now and again, when you see tanks as beautiful as these, you just have to stop. Here you will see one of the largest powder blue that most of you would see. Comparing it to my hand, I didn't want to scare it, but I wanted you to get a good view of just how large this powder blue is, even though this isn't the largest that they get in. Compared to their weekly shipments of powder blue, this is on the smaller side. They do have smaller powder blues, but when you compare it to the large ones that they will often receive, this one is very small. On this side, tucked far away from the front door, is where my brain goes crazy. As you can see, I skipped over a sailfin snapper as my eyes were drawn to a emperor snapper fish. These fish are not reef safe. They're not too expensive, but just the beauty and coloration of that fish, I had to stop. In this particular day, there were a lot of people buying up livestock, so there wasn't much to show. A few eels littered the store. As we conclude the visit, you could see how simple the sump is alongside with their mixing tank. If it is that you would like to see a follow-up when they do get their shipments in, go ahead and let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time, keep reefing.